Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Got my specs on, that means it's mail call time so I can actually see what I'm looking at. I've got 3 packages here to open up. 1 from America, 2 from the UK. And I'm going to start off with the smallest one. I know what it is. It's a thank you gift, if you like. And we'll open this one up first. I'm trying to hide all addresses and stuff, I'm pretty bad for that. Doesn't really bother me, but it should really in this day and age. So this one has come all the way from the UK. Now this was actually sent to me from the owner of an artisan soap company as a thank you for not driving people to his website but for giving reviews on his stuff through purchases myself, because his products are just superb. So I know what's actually in here. It's a little note in here, and that'll probably give you a bit of an idea. From Wickham Soap Company, artisan shaving soap, England. Feel refreshed. Enjoy, Chris. Best wishes, Darren. So this is actually sent from Darren Barnes over in England. I know what's in here, and my mouth has been watering since I seen it online. And because I live so far away, it takes so much longer to get here, so I've been watching everyone else use it and do reviews on it. And it is 1912 Club Cola Aftershave Balm, and this one here is actually the third one, number 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to squirt a tiny little bit on my hand, just I don't want to waste it because I'm really looking forward to this. In fact, you know what, stuff it, I put a bit on my face because I had a bit of a reaction to the soap this morning. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be clear. It's actually not. Is it? Oh. It smells so good. Oh, smell that. Can you smell that? Oh yeah. Oh, Club Cola. I'm doing the Paul H bounce. Oh shit, that's good. That smells exactly like Club Cola, Wickham 1912. It's actually a lot stronger than the soap. It actually smells like it might have a little bit of longevity. Oh. Whew. That was lovely. I really enjoyed that. There's actually a bit of a burn because my skin's a bit irritated from that soap this morning. I'll probably be turfing that Lee soap, or I might take it out, just use it as a bath soap or a shower soap. Okay, package number 2. I'm using my trusty Gerber today, which doesn't get much use. So in here we have 2 soaps and the balm. Yep, so the first one, well, straight away I'm happy because the label on one of them is straight, the label on the other one is a little bit squint. I'm not too bothered. Right, I'll start off with the smallest first because this stuff's meant to be exceptional for what it is. Phoenix and Beau unscented balm. So I'm assuming there'll be no scent on this, a very mild scent. Now this is hand. Well, there is actually a bit of a scent in there, it's actually quite nice. It's leaked out a little bit on the side, obviously from transport. Shouldn't really waste it, but I've got a bit of OCD when it comes to things on threads. I've got to clean the threads off, it drives me nuts. So there is a scent there, and it is actually quite nice. It's very, very light scent. It's quite a hard balm, but that could be because it's been sat in a cold warehouse for the night or whatever, and it's actually firmed up. But there's not a lot there, but from what I hear it goes quite a long way. Phoenix and Beau, Sanskrit. Never smelled this before. Sandalwood's I'm not a big fan of sandalwood, but I absolutely love black pepper and cardamom. Absolutely love it. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, this is a scent that works for me. That's the first time I've actually seen a brand new Phoenix and Beau. I didn't realise they stamped them like OSP. I get the cardamom. Do you know what, it smells a bit like a bay rum. I'm almost getting a clovey scent from it. But I do get the cardamom, I don't get any pepper, and I'll be honest with you, I don't really get much sandalwood, which I'm happy about because I'm not a big sandalwood scent sort of fan. But I like that, that's nice. Quite an earthy, woody sort of scent. Now, little things for me that sort of bug me is labels. They do, but I've got OCD with things like that. Things have to be straight in my house, in my room, and those Nasset blades have been driving me nuts, but I can't fix them, they all sit at an angle on the bottom. But that label is closer to this edge than it is to this edge. That bugs me, it really annoys me. It's I don't know what it is, I've had it for a long time. But that and even numbers, I can't stand even numbers. I'm an odd number guy as well. Now this one, thankfully, is pretty spot on. Phoenix and Beau Denali. I will say, that's pretty hard to read. I love the colours, some of my favourite colours in there, that light blue and greens and things, but I'm assuming that's the way it's been done to sort of look like that. It could have been a little bit, the lettering could have been a bit more punchy on that. Look, I'm being really picky here on labels, but that's just me personally. I like the black tubs. And this one, oh yeah, lovely. Beautiful peppermint scent. I don't know if it actually has the scent profile on here, it doesn't. There's certainly a good kick of menthol in it, that's for sure. The soap has shrunk quite a bit in here. I can almost tap that soap out, I think. It's sunk around the edges, so I'll actually, probably before I use it, I'll squish that into the sides. Before I use it, just to sort of fill it out a bit so the water doesn't get down the sides. But yeah, it smells lovely. Nice peppermint scent. I don't expect anything other than superb performance from these soaps. Yeah, there's definitely a clovey scent in here. I don't think it is clove because I would imagine it would say clove on here because it's such a strong scent. So I can only imagine it's what that blend of cardamom, black pepper and sandalwood actually make. That could be the actual overall finish of that 3 scents joined together. But it's lovely. Right, package number 4. I know what's in here as well. I've been looking forward to these. This was sent to me from a lovely gentleman over in America by the name of Troy Hove. I actually sent him my slim twist adjustable. It'll be over a month ago now, it might even be longer than that. Troy will probably pop a comment on here. I've got a terrible memory. But it was a while back because I actually sold the razor and the person I sold it to said it was faulty when he got it. It wasn't faulty when he got it because I sent it and it was working perfectly, but being the honest person I am, I refunded the money, took the razor back and sent it over to Troy because I know he tinkers around and fixes a lot of vintage razors. So I also set him a task of finding me a razor as well, which I have sort of wanted for quite a long time and just never quite got round to looking, seeing what sort of things I could get. And to be perfectly honest, they're quite expensive. Now I picked these up. Troy managed to get a little bit of money for my old twist, my old slim. Sorry, he's packaged it that bloody well. Right, here we go. And we're in. So he managed to find something for me that I've been looking for and wanted to try for quite some time. He sent them over to me. And he's also found another thing for me as well, which I'm looking forward to getting. So the first one being, I don't know nothing about the date codes or anything like that. These are all vintage razors. So we have Fat Boy. Never had a Fat Boy, never used a Fat Boy. This one's got a little bit of plating on the top missing. But other than that, from what Troy was telling me, it's in excellent condition. Opens up fine, closes down. It's got the final quarter turn which works absolutely fine. All the adjustments click lovely. Excellent. Looks like it lines up fine. If I do like these razors, I'm going to actually get them replated and get them fixed, get a couple of little dents to pop. But that's a lovely condition Fat Boy. Troy actually picked this up from an antique dealer. He got a good price for it and he knocked a bit off because he's going to trade in my slim. And yeah, beautiful. Thanks very much Troy for helping me find this. Excellent. The mechanism on it's spot on. Might just need a little bit of oil, but I can sort that from this end. But it opens up and closes spotless. Brilliant. Really impressed. All well packaged as well. He's popped each of them in there. They're all bubble wrapped. lots of these little foam beads as well. Right, now the next one, this one is actually a part of a trade. You guys that have watched the channel for a bit know that I had the Red Dirt Shaving Society brush, which was kindly sent to me from either Chapo or Alex over in New York. So I didn't go on with it. I don't enjoy natural hair brushes, I just don't. You guys know that watch me and have watched me for a long time, it's all synthetic in my den now. I will, in probably the near future, look to get a higher end badger brush. Maybe one more go with a boar brush. I might get another Smoke Owners Club or something else. I'm waiting to see what's happening on. There's a few brushes coming out at the moment that are exciting me. But that brush that I had from the Red Dirt Shaving Society was actually, I sent that to America, and as part of a trade I got this razor, which is a Gem Micromatic, which just needs a little bit of a touch-up polish. So it's the exact same sort of style to what I've got, the Gem Micromatic. This one is the clog proof, Gem Micromatic clog proof, Reg US Patent Office, and it's in very, very good condition. I'm actually quite happy with the condition of it. So it didn't look that great in the photographs, but I reckon just a little bit of a clean up, and I'll have a lovely little razor there. It is still in pretty good. It's definitely in shaving condition. There's a lot of weight to this as well. I look at these little razors online. What used to put me off is they look so light and flimsy and shitty. But when you get them in your hand, there's a lot of heft to them. I mean, this is solid, this handle, and it's got good weight. The mechanism on this works spotless, as you can see. No issues. It looks quite straight. What I'll do, I'll just grab a blade. Grab one of these Ted pellets. This is the one that I used on my head shave yesterday. So I'll pop this open, grab the Ted pellet blade and pop it in and just see how the blade aligns. So it pops in like that. I know you can't really see because my hands are in the way. The two hooks look like they are in pretty good condition for the edge. There's a bit of plate wear and that on it, and then we just screw it. That goes onto the top of the blade and then it slides forward a touch. And yeah, it looks... I will say one thing with this one, it looks a bit more aggressive than the bullet point that I've got, the silver bullet point, the gem bullet point. This one definitely looks more aggressive. The blade looks lovely and straight. It's lovely and straight on there as well. Looking forward to using it, I really am. Having now used the other gem, I really enjoy them. Now the other part of the trade, which I got for that brush, was a replacement for the slim that I sent to Troy to try and have fixed, which is also in excellent condition. As we can see, it's a little bit, it's a bit of rust in there. So this one needs a bit of a clean, a little bit of work on it, but I'll polish all that up, no problem. But the handle itself is absolutely impeccable, nothing on there. The numbers look great. Let's see if it all clicks. All clicks lovely. It's got the quarter turn at the end, which seems to work fine, but very smooth action. Beautiful, really nice, really happy. Now this one was one that I picked up from, I know he's copped a lot of stick online at the moment, but this one came from Greg Wagner. So let's have a little look at it. This one, it's a short handle Black Beauty. Super, is it Super 84, I think they call them? Got a lot of weight in this as well. I wasn't expecting so much weight in this one. These ones always look lighter to me because it looks like it's plastic, but it's not. The coating of the black there, now this is in original condition, there's nothing been done to this. So it's still in excellent condition for its age. I'm not sure what the date code is on it, I'll have a look. But once again, this is probably one that I might actually look to have fixed. Let's see how it... Whoa. So there we go. So that one opens up a little bit, it's a little bit uneven. But they're old razors, you don't expect them to be spot on. Yeah, very clean condition, very good condition. The numbers look great. Let's just make sure it runs through the numbers okay. And it does. The mechanism itself runs very smoothly. One of the doors is just a little bit off, but I'm not too bothered by that. At the end of the day, these razors are pretty old, and you can't expect them to be flawlessly perfect. You just can't expect that from them at all. Now, what I might do, just while I'm here, I'm just going to grab a blade. So I've got a Gillette 7 o'clock here. I've just picked a Gillette because I've probably used a Gillette in it when I first used them. I'm just going to pop a blade in them all, and you guys might as well come along for the journey as well. I've spent 15 minutes on this already, so I might as well spend a bit longer. So I'll put the blade into the Black Beauty and have a little look. The blade lines up perfectly. The blade gaps that way. That's spot on even. That's on setting 5. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to knock it up to setting 9 and just see if the blade gap does actually grow. Oh yeah, definitely grows. Wow. I don't know whether you guys can see the difference in the blade gap there. And I'll knock it all the way down to setting 1. And you'll see the difference in the blade gap. See it? There's almost no blade gap now. The blade gap at setting 1 is perfect on the side on my side, but it is a little bit narrower on this side. Right here, a little bit more narrow. But yeah, that works absolutely fine for me. I'm happy with that, very happy indeed. Right, we'll have a look at the Slim now. Slim twist adjustable. Just put that open. This one just needs a little bit of a scrub up and a little bit of a clean. I think there's a little bit of rust on there. But let's have a little look. So that's on setting 5. There's a little bit of a run on the blade. Oh yeah, it's quite a bad run on the blade in this one. Yeah, this one ain't good. I don't know whether you guys will see that. Oh, you can see it quite clearly, the blade gap there, and there's no gap there. That's quite bad. The other side's better, but I can actually see the head sort of compressed down more on this side, and it's pulling the blade out of line. On setting 9, yeah, it does the exact same. You can probably see that. So you can actually see right through there, but you can't see right through there. Yes, that's quite disappointing. So that's one that I might have to put aside, and maybe I have to send that one off and get it fixed before I do anything with it. The Fat Boy, let's have a look at the Fat Boy and see how this bad boy works. So I'll start on setting 9. Perfectly straight on this side, perfectly straight on this side. There's a good bit of blade gap there. Now let's knock it down to setting 5. Once again, lovely and straight. Down to setting 1. This side here, just right on this corner, runs down a little bit, but other than that, I'm really happy with that. This one, unfortunately, the Slim, I can actually see it it's quite significant actually, the gap. You can see that there, it runs right down at a big angle. So it's quite disappointing really. Yeah, I don't know quite why it's doing it. I might have to send this one off to get it sort of looked at and get it fixed up. But anyway guys, thank you very much for tuning in. 20 minutes on a main call is pretty excessive by my standards. Still smelling Club Cola, absolutely beautiful. It's not super strong anymore, but I can still smell it. But anyway guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. I'm looking forward to get stuck into all these razors. I'll give them a bit of a clean up and a polish today. Well, extra polish. I'm sure Troy had a good dig at them himself, but there's a little bit of rust on a couple of them which I'll try and get off, and then maybe lube them up a little bit with some oil and go from there. So stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll catch you guys in the next shave. Cheers.